How we doing, guys? John here at the Card Haven. Who are you, and what did you do?
I'm Ryan. I made 6th place at the OKC Regional,
What were you playing?
playing Bystial Centur-Ion.
Well, let's get into it then.
Playing 4 copies of Field Spell. Places Centur-Ion deck and spell trap cannot be destroyed by while I have a Centur-Ion monster card on the field, which includes the ones in the background. Activation is not once per turn, so we get to just play with multiple whenever we want.
Nice.
Emblem Oath. This is the other starter / extender. Places or sets a Centur-Ion spell trap. Most of the time, just grab Field Spell. Normal summons. Primary Intruder. Places Centurions out of deck, just like the other 2 spells, and can summon herself out of spell traps, and she can be level 8. And then Primary Omni Search for the deck and protection while she's protection for my level 5 or higher while she is in the background.
Nice.
Inside. To one of monsters. Gargoyle changes its level when it summons out of spell trap zone. It can summon itself from hand by sending from face-up field. Autry, tuner / non-tuner, and she draws a card on summon while I have Emblema and a Centur-Ion. She is also Dragon, which comes up for a number of reasons.
How many times did you open Gargoyle this weekend?
None. I actually I opened Gargoyle like maybe twice. I opened Autry at least 6 times.
Nice.
In my opening hand.
That's about my experience with it too.
Yeah. Spell traps, wake up, bonds, and phalanx. The mandatory one of which sucks to draw unless you are specifically going first or you want to use it as a discard. Bonds is crazy. A lot of people cut this card, but it's just really good and it won me so many games just off of place in response to like Murakuma effective board wipe. Place the primary that's in my grave. Oh hey. My level 8 or higher, my level 5 or higher Centurions cannot be destroyed. Wake up creates the token, and foolishes. Most of the time, we're foolishing one of these 2. I did have a game where I just foolished Autry so I could get a draw during the opponent's turn after placing it off end phase.
Nice.
On to the Bystial portion. I'm doing Baldric Druid's Mag. These are fairly standard. I went with the smaller package because I didn't want to draw Lebellions, and these were just fine on their own. Regained is alright. It's the better of the regain or the branded continuous spells and traps, as well as the only decent one going first, or even seeing it going second. I tend to side both of these out for whenever I'm going second. So 2 Nib, 3 Imperm, 2 Bell, 3 Fua, 3 Droll, 3 Ash, and a lot of tactics. Fua actually didn't come up a whole lot, and by that I mean at all. I normal summoned this card more than I activated it, and I normal summoned it 3 times. Just because it's level 4 non-tuner, easy synchro material.
Right.
Sucks, but craziness. This card was insane. I kind of wish I had bumped it up to 3, but also it's just really nice to have, especially against Dragon Ruler. I opened both of them along with 2 Ash. My opponent bricked as well. During his turn, he goes the Flicker Baby. I Ash it. He pitched Title off of it, then attempts to use effective Title to Reborn. I Bell it. And he passed.
Nice. Yeah, Bell seems like it's putting in work this format right now.
It's very nice. Nibiru was okay. It didn't come up a whole lot of games. I actually had, mostly because one of my opponents, where I saw both my Nibirus, flipped up Gozen while he had Dark Monsters on the field, and that sucked.
Oh yeah.
Imperm was always good. Oddly enough, I tended to draw it during my opponent's turn, which sucked. And then Droll was also good. Great against Mitsu, great against Ryziel. Awesome against Heraldic. Tactics, standard.
It's a good card.
It's sad to be a 1-0, but you know, the extra deck. 2 Primus is another one that tends to get cut to 1, but I like the follow-up it gives as well as the non-target pop. as well as when she gets rezzed out of grave by her own effect or by anything, she cannot be destroyed by battle, which has saved me on more than one occasion. Auxilia, the other Omni Search of the deck, as well as the back row protection. This card is insane and just lets me keep playing, as well as I can res it off of the trap and just auto search on summon during the opponent's turn if they wipe this. Legadia, draw on pop, as well as battle phase protection for my smaller monsters. Also, if I bring it back off the trap, then it drops it by 15 attack, and it can't be destroyed by battle, which is awesome. Place out of hand or grave, which is instead, as opposed to grave or banish, came up a couple more times than I thought it would for the place out of hand. Execution or Vengeance Dragon. Sorry, this is the counterplay to Impulse. If the opponent has Impulse, they will wait for the field, or they will wait for the field spell. I chain block the field spell, then they'll wait for the Crimson Dragon. You don't give them the opportunity. You make this, and then this is almost as good as a Blazar, simply because it can place the opponent's monster, and they can't deal with that. They can't move it anymore unless they have something like Droplet, or if your opponent is smart. More specifically, their mouse opponent is smart. They will banish their own card from field.
Nice.
Crimson package, double Blazar. I think I only made double Blazar twice, and both times it won me my match. Crimson is just absolutely insane. Being able to sit here on Crimson when I know my opponent has X in hand, they send Aggregator, they attempt to target the Crimson, attack at the Crimson, make Blazar, and they have to sit there and think about their next play. It's absolutely insane. Blazar is the Omni Negate of all Omni Negates, negates everything from summons to effects to battle phases.
It's a strong card. It's every Solemn on legs.
Yep. Chaos Angel, one Dispatter. Super easy to make towers, and then revive anything out of my banish or Malice Hate 2.0. Place a card out of my opponent's banish to negate the effect, or place one out of mine to destroy it. We love putting back our Centur-Ion spell traps. On the links, we're doing seals, Spirit, and Little Knight. Spirit is here specifically for if I draw a Bystial and one of my Dragon or Spellcaster Centurions. Round 1, game 1, my hand was Autry and 2 Bystials with no starters, so I probably had to do a normal Autry, link into this, banish summon mag, link into the seals, and pass. And oddly enough, that won me the game. And Little Knight, every deck should be playing this.
It's just an auto-include.
Yeah.
It's one of the best generics in the game.
Speaking of auto-include, Sky Crisis. This card was alright. It only came up a few games, mostly against Ryziel. Just making it so that the Murakuma can't activate, so that the Detonator can't activate, and you just kind of force out some interruption. What's great about this in my deck is that I can still partially play under this, in the form of I can place monsters in my spell trap after, and then play during my opponent's turn.
You can also hard make it.
Yes, I can. That didn't come up yesterday, but I have done it before. And then the final card, Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. This card was actually insane. I didn't think that it would come up as much as it did. This won me my Malice matchup. This won me my Dragon Ruler matchup. Because game 1 against my Dragon Ruler opponent, we were both struggling for resources. He normal summons Kwakimeru Drago, which most of my monsters are light and dark. It messed me up. I finally see engine. I see Trudea. I normal summoned the Trudea, affected Trudea, placing herself and another Centurion, and I just sent both to grave to summon this and spell trap the Kwakimeru Drago, and was able to continue to play from there.
Nice.
Awesome. It was great. It was kind of a sacky game, but when neither player draws engine off the rip, that kind of happens.
We take those though, so we'll win.
Onto the side, 3 XYZ Encore. It's kind of an older card at this point. I wasn't terribly worried about Ryziel, but I didn't want to take the risk. This came up at least 3 times. One of the games I opened 2 of them, and I used both of them, which is awesome. Ruler, for similar decks, this is just really good against Mitsurugi, period. this turns off the second effect of prayers, meaning that they can't res. So if I resolve this, they can't take damage, but they can't use the second effect.
Right.
It's awesome. Also, just really good against most decks. Period.
Oh yeah.
Lightning Storm Harpies, Easy Breakers. Mostly in there for Malice and Spell Trap based decks. Against one of, I guess, my first Malice opponent, game 2, I see Lancia and a Lancia and a Lightning Storm, and I top deck a second Lightning Storm. I Lancia'd him, Lightning Storm him. He enters on Cryptor plus a sec unknown Lightning Storm. I hit Strike and Mirror, and that was all that was needed. And then obviously Lancia, because every side deck should have Lancia.
Number 1 card in the game.
Strike.
Strike is great right now.
Strike was awesome. I only saw it 2 games, but when I did, it ended my opponent's turn, which was as if for the first Blazard didn't. This one also just cleared it, make sure that they didn't have anything else they could do.
Right. Any shout outs?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and shout out my boy Christian, John, and the John behind the camera. My buddies, the Legionnaires of the Centur-Ion Discord. You guys are awesome. And my buddy who made top 16 at the Greek YCS. Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one.